Last night, I noticed that Angry Joe uploaded a news channel with the word Nintendo in the title. So, of course, I get home, I look at the video in question, and I realize that he actually edited the video to remove like all references of Nintendo in this channel. That's how salty this guy has become in regards to like the Nintendo situation. Is that like he won't even put the name in his video title, even though that they are the biggest news in gaming this week. And I really want you to keep that in mind as you watch like the coping and seething in real time as they like try and get through like the Nintendo news coverage as quickly and as negatively as possible.
Are going through it, and I'm impressed, very impressed. So, plenty of content coming your way. Thank you for supporting us. And Alex, tell us what the heck has been happening in gaming news part D.
Super Mario got a lot of stuff this week, so there was a Nintendo Direct that showed up.
Which you did not react to. Like, everyone else under the sun did a reaction to the Nintendo Direct. I did a reaction to the Nintendo Direct. You know, countless other YouTubers did. You know, BitBlock, Arlo, you know, everyone did a reaction to it, but these guys didn't. And I really want you to like keep that in mind when you like watch this video.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which is a new 2D Mario game. It's got a bunch of new mechanics. Go to Wonder Seeds. With your seed, touch them, it produces dramatic, unpredictable changes in levels of gameplay. So people were really excited about that one. We got a remake of Super Mario RPG, a game that took me like 15 years to beat. Because I got a corrupted save file when I was a kid, and I was like, fuck this game forever.
I hate
And then I got it on something else later. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to beat this shit, so I did have a spike. So that's getting a remake. There's going to be WarioWare Move It, which is a slew of mini games using the Joy-Con motions. So it's going to be mostly not functional for a lot of people since Joy-Con drift is still a massive problem. Nintendo, you're a piece of shit.
Okay. First major thing that really piqued my interest. Not true. Fuck it, Alex. Not true at all. Like, Joy-Con drift affects the analog sticks. It doesn't affect the motion controls. Like, WarioWare will be entirely motion controlled. So, like, Joy-Con drift will not affect that game. And besides, like, you make it sound like Joy-Con drift is prevalent in every single Joy-Con that exists instead of, like, you know, an issue that comes about like after extended use. Like, it's not something that affects every single Joy-Con like simultaneously, like so many of these people like to pretend. And it just goes to show you just how out of touch these guys actually are, that they're not aware of like a basic reality of how this technology works. Because like the motion controls have nothing to do with the Joy-Con with the Joy-Con drift. Like, it's not the same thing at all.
And they still won't fix it for most people.
Not true. You can send them in and get them repaired. Like, even now.
And then there's a new game for 2024. I think we're going to do a story where it works.
Yeah. Joe, it's getting so bad that Joe himself is calling out Alex on his shit. Holy shit. Anyway, if I remember correctly, they just talked about this for a bit.
On a massive scale, like,
yeah.
With this and went across the board. And it's their responsibility.
Yeah, so it's so bad that, like, Angry Joe himself has to tell Alex, you have to scale this back. You're making me look bad. I have to call you out on this. Unbelievable.
In a lot of countries, it's like, because they got bit by in certain countries in Europe, so no, you put out a faulty product. Fix it for everyone in the product.
Yeah, they're lucky they didn't have to recall the alcohol and everything. Yeah.
So I'm not saying they got to fix everything in perpetuity, but it's like, look, them not doing something is pretty anti-consumer, and I don't like it.
Get this shit right the first time. And plus, they're also being anti-content creator as we.
Yes. So.
Fake news. Never gotten a copyright strike from Nintendo. Never been like penalized in any way, shape, or form. And neither has any other channel like handling Nintendo content. Like, anyone who says they are is lying to you.
Yeah, not good stuff. So they also revealed Princess Peach game that's set for 2024, as well as
Princess Peach game?
Peach game's coming out next year. Yeah.
Huh. Is it like the Mario or
it was like a real short, like they didn't show much on the game. This was mainly about games coming out this year, but this one was a big flash Princess Peach game coming in 2024.
Well, she is the star of the movie, so.
Nope. I don't know why this guy is trying to cling on to that narrative. I don't know why he tries to pretend he's anti-woke when he's clearly not. Someone who religiously defends like Black April O'Neil and Black Ariel. Like, oh man, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is too woke. No, fuck off. You don't know what you're talking about. The main character? Are you serious? Like, that's not true at all. Like,
it's a nice hot time to capitalize off of that.
There's also going to be a Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
They're gonna say that movie is sweet.
Yeah.
Sequel.
Yeah.
Eventually, probably.
Detective Pikachu is returning. The game that launched that movie that we all covered. And then there was a couple other things that they showed off, like non-Nintendo stuff. So it's like Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince, Vampire Survivors, which is a mega hit. The Star Ocean Second Story, and the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, which comes in October. It includes the first three Metal Gear Solid games, original MSX2, Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, the original NES, but also like tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So good, lots of good stuff coming from Nintendo. Okay. We'll have issues covering because
They make good games. Like, you cannot deny Nintendo making amazing games.
Okay. So the narrative for the Angry Joe show for the past long time is that, like, for the past several years, is that, like, we can't cover Nintendo games because they copyright all of our content. Never mind that, like, plenty of other YouTube channels do cover Nintendo games with no issues. Never mind that, like, there are ways around this, using clipless videos, for example. You've done this for movies all the time. Like, just make a review where you just do a roundtable discussion and talk about, like, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, right? Do a video where you just don't have gameplay footage if it really was an issue. But that isn't the problem. I can't emphasize this enough, is that they are trying to pretend as if, like, Nintendo is the problem here, when in reality the real issue is that Nintendo does not pay for coverage, like Square Enix, like Capcom, like Sony, like Xbox.
It's just like the shit around them. It's like, God, man, get your act together. Become more friendly.
we can't even show any of the trailers. We can't show any of the
We
anything
can
up there.
copyright claims.
I mean, again, like, we know people that were just watching a trailer on their Twitch stream, a major streamer, and then a lot of peers. Twitch shut down because they're like, no. It's like,
What up, Pierce? Isn't she a Sony employee? Come the fuck on. She worked on God of War Ragnarok, right? Like, are you serious? Like, of course that needed to be shut down. Fuck off.
promotional material. It's like, what? Stop it.
I didn't even catch that the first time I watched this. Holy crap.
Yeah. All right. There's an end of the era coming up. Activision.
Okay, yeah. So what a complete joke. Like, why are we still, like, why have they still not covered Zelda? Why are they not talking about Pikmin 4 or, like, anything else that's coming out this year? Ghost Trick is coming out this week. Operation Raincode. Like, they didn't do a reaction to the Direct in general. Why? It's so ridiculous. Like, how much longer can they keep this up? They keep erroneously, like, making statements about Nintendo, like, usually about copyright strikes, but also about, like, weird superficial controversies. Like, this time about, like, the Joy-Con drift and, like, the motion controls. Like, WarioWare will be straight up unplayable. No? Like, there is not a single person out there who watched that Nintendo Direct and thought to themselves, like, I don't think this game is going to work properly with the motion controls. Nobody thought that. They wouldn't release a game that doesn't fucking work. Like, that has the same energy behind, like, the whole, like, oh, Nintendo paid for Metroid Dread to win Best Action Game, or, Mario Rabbids didn't deserve to win Best Strategy Game. Like, they have this weird aggressive bias against Nintendo, and very few people want to call them out on it. Like, I just cannot get over it. It's so frustrating, like, so unbelievably frustrating. Ugh.